And so we move on with alacrity to another merit award, the MOJO Icon Award. Previous recipients have included talents as diverse as Morrissey, Scott Walker and Ozzy Osbourne. And this year's recipient is an equally potent force that has influenced everyone from the Beatles to Bruce Springsteen. In a career that stems back to 1954 and his partnership with the great Lee Hazelwood, this man has gone from outselling Elvis to topping Rolling Stone's dance music chart in the summer of 1986. To tell us more about the man and his remarkable career, and to present the award itself, please welcome to the stage a man who is, in my opinion, one of this country's finest guitar players. He cut his teeth in Bebop Deluxe, releasing seminal albums, Axe Victim, Futurama, Sunburnt Finished, before moving on to Red Noise. He's developed since then into one of the most prolific musicians in this country, combining art with music and playing by his own rules. It gives me great pleasure on a personal level to welcome the one and only Bill Nelson.
Well, since I was asked to present this award, which was on Sunday, I don't think I've slept more than about 2 hours each evening. I've been so thrilled to do this. People say that records don't change lives, but this one changed mine. I bought this when I was 11 years old. It's called Because They're Young. It's a theme from a movie. And that was 50 years ago now. And I've kept this record for 50 years and I'll never let go of it. And what this did to me was the sound of the guitar on this record lit a fire that still burns today. The man that played that guitar is here tonight, and I've never imagined in all my life I'd get a chance to thank him for changing my life the way that he has done. But magic happens. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the legendary King of Twang, Mr. Duane Eddy.
Wow. Thank you so much. I can't, you know, I was a little worried. I hate it when the applause dies out before you get to the mic. Before you get plugged in and start playing. Anyway, I'm so happy to see all your smiling faces and to be back in England. It was a very pleasant surprise for me, which I thank you for, Phil. And Graham. I first came here about, I guess 50 years ago. Doesn't matter, I'm so old, 10 years one way or the other. About 50 years ago with Bobby Darin. And we had a ball in this country, just tore it up from one end to the other, doing our shows. And I fell in love with the place, fell in love with England, fell in love with the people. And they seemed to like me pretty much too, so it was, you know, a nice experience. And I've loved it ever since. And there were some interesting things going on at that time when I first came over here. It was about 80% of the charts were American, 20% British. I came back 3 years later, it was 80% British, 20% American. I said, well, that's fair. They're getting their own back, you know? And then about a year after that, in America, it was about 95% British and about 5% American. And I said, hang on a minute, that's going too far. I just want to thank Phil Alexander here tonight for this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to MOJO. And I'd like to thank my new friends, Graham and Richard Hawley, for their friendship and support. It's fantastic. And of course, I can't leave here without thanking my better half, whose support has kept me alive the last 37 years, and my wife, Deed, the love of my life. It's over there. That's about it. I wish my old partner, Lee Hazelwood, was here tonight. He was yeah. I loved him. He was a grumpy old man, but he was funny. He was very funny. And he would have enjoyed this, although he would have pretended not to probably, but I see you know him very well. Yeah, but I wish he was here to enjoy this with us. And I just thank you all for making me so welcome and making me feel so great. Thank you. Good night.